living in a dream. Now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the...
Okay, Coach, well, the holiday rush, that's in full swing in nearby Manhattan, but we've got football here 8 miles west at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go, we're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mike, watch the run, watch the run.
On 1st down, Darnold. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Back to throw, Darnold. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. He was the leading receiver for the Jets the season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold from the gun. And Anderson's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Anuno's got it, complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the curl.
Now Bell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
It's a gain of 20.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Black 20. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Get this one.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Steelers.
Black 30. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
You better be afraid of me.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
1st down.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 31-yard line.
outside. 34 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check. Red 80. Still 80. 34, right 34.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good for Jets.
Let's go, hey.
First down.
Mike 34.
First and 10.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's second and 8 at the 17-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. To throw is Darnold. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
I'm scared. Watch it.
After the penalty, it's Bell. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Darnold. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Tighten up. Jack 16. Black is on.
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it with Bell, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first and 10 is counter. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
First down, here's White. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Connor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Hey, 7.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Connor, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Again, it's Connor. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, it's Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Connor, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it'll be Connor. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, in the rep. Let's go right here.
Roethlisberger will throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Leonard Williams in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's move. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is Moncrief with the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the run is Connor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Connor running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Black 20. Alert. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Like I said,
throwing now is Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that. That time they weren't.
Black 80. Mike 54. Alert. Here we go, D.
On first down, Connor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Black 20. 54 Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And able to work his way down to the 16. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. That close to taking a fourth-quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then, doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jets, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Red. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though.